Hi, this is Dr. Mercola, and I've got some really exciting news for you today about why you may be making a shocking mistake if you're taking a conventional fish oil omega-3 brain supplement for your brain health. You see, the reason you're doing that is because it has DHA, which is one of the most important animal-based omega-3 fats. And it's well established that healthy DHA levels correlate with optimal brain health, which is a result primarily of DHA increasing a really important hormone called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. You see, BDNF is like fertilizer for your brain and helps survival, maturation, and differentiation of your nerve cells, as well as the creation of new nerves. So DHA also enhances something called neuroplasticity, which is the ability for your nerve cells to rewire themselves. So most people probably know this, and they know that DHA is very important, and when they pick an omega-3 supplement, that they assume that the more DHA, the better. Safe assumption, right? Sadly, like most things in life, it actually is not quite so simple. And let me tell you why, because the devil's in the details. You see, the ideal way to get DHA is from toxin-free fish, where DHA is in its phospholipid and triglyceride form, which is what we were designed to consume, because the way early humans got their DHA was from eating fish. Phospholipids make up most of your cell membranes, but they also play a major role in how your body metabolizes DHA. And this is because your blood-brain barrier is a protective membrane, and it's highly selective, and it's difficult to penetrate. It protects your brain by letting good molecules in and keeping the bad ones out. So when DHA is in its phospholipid form, which is called 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏choline DHA, it is readily transported across your blood-brain barrier. This is much different than when DHA is in its free fatty acid form, like you get in most all fish oils, that only get into your brain by something we call passive diffusion. To make things worse, many actually have a gene defect that makes the transport of free DHA across the blood-brain barrier more challenging. So if you have this gene defect, the good news is that there is no problem transporting the phospholipid form of DHA into your brain, as it bypasses this problem. So if you're not eating clean fish or fish eggs called roe, then you will need to consider a phospholipid DHA omega-3 supplement. The great news I'm here to share with you today is that all krill oil has a high phospholipid level of around 40%, but we've been able to concentrate the phospholipids in the krill oil to nearly 60% in our newest product, Keto Krill. So aside from having the phospholipid form of DHA, 50% of the oil is phosphatidylcholine. You might have heard of that before. Sometimes it's called PC, and it's essential for your cell membranes and to help your body detox the large number of toxins that you're exposed to on a regular basis. Now, most all of the science done on omega-3 benefits were done with fish oil. So much of this information I'm sharing with you is actually not well known. And those studies showed that you need a few grams of DHA from fish oil likely don't translate well to DHA from krill for some very good reasons. Like the phospholipid DHA from krill is absorbed twice as well as from fish and transferred in not only to your red blood cells, but your other body tissues like your brain. So to get ideal levels of DHA, it's best to get it in triglyceride and phospholipid form. However, almost all fish oil is loaded with toxins, so it has to be distilled. After it's distilled, it's synthetically recombined to form what is called a ethyl ester, which is very similar to biodiesel, which is a methyl ester. And also, fish oil has absolutely no phospholipids or phosphatidylcholine, which is so important for your cell membrane and for detoxing. Not all fish oils, however, are made this way. If the fish is clean initially, it simply doesn't have to be distilled to remove the toxins. They're not there. So why do the distillation? It's simply cold pressed. And this DHA in the cold pressed is in the triglyceride form. And this is what our salmon oil is. So you can combine our krill oil and salmon oil to get the optimal forms of DHA, 50% in phospholipid and 50% in triglyceride. So when you look at a fish oil supplement and you see DHA, please understand that none of it is in the phospholipid form, and you will have a hard time transporting it into your brain, especially if you have a gene defect. Now, as always, I strongly urge you to do your own research about consuming healthy fats, as they are vitally important for you and your family to take control of your health.